I am Charlie Winburn, your life coach with Renew Community Church right here in the city of Cincinnati. And I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health even as your soul prospers. Did you know that you are both human and divine and that you deserve to live a better life in Christ right here on earth? Our messages are practical, they are raw, they're fun, and they are focused on real issues as it relates to your spiritual life, health life, your mental life, your financial life, your relationship life, and even your business life and community life. Today, we have another real life application message designed especially for you and your family. Remember, before we get started today, you can learn more about Renew Community Church free life coaching by visiting our website, renewcommunitychurch.org, or you can listen to us every Sunday at 11:45 a.m. each Sunday on YouTube, Renew Community Church live stream, or reach me at 513-884-7832. I want you to join me now for another life-changing message with Charlie Winburn, your life coach, right here in the city of Cincinnati, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Good morning, Renew Community Church family. What a beautiful day to be happy in the Lord. I am Brother Dan, also known as Sarge. Well, guys, get ready. This is the last Sunday in the year, the last Sunday in 2024, and you are here. You are here amongst the living. So, Coach Winburn will be up shortly, very shortly, with a great message for ending the year. Great message entitled, Overcome These 5 Things Before 2025, and You Will Win in 2025. You got to overcome these 5 things before 2025, and you will win in 2025. New Year's resolutions don't work. We're going to know, you want to walk in emotional happiness in 2025, then triumph over 5 adversaries that Coach is going to give you today. If you want to be emotionally happy in 2025, then you got to triumph over 5 adversaries that the coach will give you today. Then you got to learn how to defeat the 5 enemies of life in 2025. Coach is going to show you today how to defeat the 5 enemies of life in 2025. And again, overcome these 5 things before 2025, and you win. So Coach will be up with a great message for this end of the year. So get ready. Get your coffee, get your drink, get it whatever you need for the last message from Coach in 2024. You know, in 2023, Coach had a message was entitled "Take Back Your Life." In 23, and 24 it was Master Your Mind. So he haven't told us yet what 2025 topic going to be, but we know it's going to be a good one. Again, good morning and welcome to Sunday morning mastermind class designed with you in mind. It's a good day to be alive, but it's an even better day to live with emotional happiness. We would like for you to join us and connect with us today on Facebook and YouTube. Make comments while you're on Facebook and YouTube. Make comments. We want you to share the link today. Share the link today because there's somebody you know that may need to overcome these 5 things before 2025 so that they can win in life. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend. Watch and subscribe today. Renew Community Church is live on Facebook. Our mastermind class. What is our mastermind class all about? Well, our mastermind class is built on biblical principles coupled with basic science so that we can live a better and divine and human life right here on earth. It's not a regular church service as we know it. It's not a regular Sunday school class. It's not regular service as usual. It's designed to help people do like our foundational scripture, which is Romans 12 and verse 2. And that is, don't be conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Don't be conformed to the world. Don't be like the world. We want you to renew your mind. The world, everybody wants to be like the world, but we want you to renew your mind. And the renewing process is not something that happens one time and is done. This is a continuous process, something that needs to be done every single time that your mind is not acting the way it's supposed to. All right, so we like to do the 31-day life story calendar. And today is the 29th, already the 29th of December. And the 31-day focused life story calendar, what we do is that we tell one story each day, 3 times a day, up to 60 seconds each day for 31 days. And it is the 29th. So I'm going to read the 29th all the way up to the first. The 29th, it says, it is my divine and human right to be transformed and renewed in my heart today. So it's your divine and human right to be transformed in your mind and your heart today. The next day, the 30th, it is my divine and human right to walk in divine health and healing today. So it's your divine and human right to walk in health, good health, and divine healing today. The 31st, it is my divine and human right to have plenty of money and materials to bless others. It is your divine and human right to have plenty of money. It didn't say for yourself. It said to bless others today. And we go up to January the 1st. It is my divine and human right to have fun. There it is. It is your divine and human right to have fun. You have a right to have fun. And that's what Coach has been trying to get us to realize. You got to have fun. You got to have fun. That's the key. You got to have fun. Because it takes 21 days to get rid of the negative vibration. But in 31 days, you would have created for yourself a positive, life-changing, and emotional vibration. Learn how to write your own story. You can write your own story. Only thing you have to do is go to 60 seconds to a focuslife.com and you can watch the 11 videos. You can write your own story and you can change the circumstances of your life. It's up to you. But you can do that. That's something that you could do. You have to make some changes. We end in 2024 and we begin in 2025. So don't bring the old into the new. Start with something fresh, something new. Do something different. Do something different in 2025. Do something different in 2025. All right, so I'm going to do a brief recap of some of the things that Coach talked about last week. And last week's message was entitled, How to Bounce Back from Disappointments. How do you bounce back from disappointments? There is no temptation taking you but such as common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way of escape, that ye may be able to bear it. When you have disappointments, think about that scripture. When you have disappointments and you're going through tough times in life, think about that scripture. But God is faithful. But God is faithful. You can bear more than you think you can bear. He won't put no more on you than you can bear. What do you do when delays come? What do you do when stuff has fallen apart in your life? What do you do? What do you do when your health has fallen apart? What do you do when your spiritual life has fallen apart? What do you do when your mental life has fallen apart? What about your finances? What do you do when your finances have fallen apart? And then, what do you do when your relationship has fallen apart? What do you do, guys, when all these things have happened to you? All this stuff in life happens to you. Disappointments come. What do you do? Well, hope deferred make the heart sick. Hope deferred make the heart sick. But when the desire cometh, it's like a tree of life. It's Proverbs 13, verse 2. When your goals come, it's like, and dreams and desires come, it's like a tree of life. It's like a tree of life, and it's refreshing. And you know it's by God. How do we deal with heartbreak? How do you deal with disappointments? How do we deal with them? How do we deal with disappointments and heartbreaks, especially with the people that we love? We ignore sometimes red flags. We overlook red flags. And why do we overlook red flags? An example could be because the sex is good. He has pretty eyes. She has good hair. She's light-skinned. Whatever. We overlook some things because of the red flags. What about lack of communication? We don't communicate like we're supposed to. And then sometimes we have an over-dependency. We rely too much on the other person. Coach gave us the revelation of the to and from. Coach gave us a revelation last week of to and from. To. Both of you must be happy first. That's the to. Both of you, two of you, must be happy first. You must be happy, and your partner must be happy too. Now you guys are a partnership because you're happy and she's happy. You're not looking for happiness now. You're happy and she's happy, and you guys have formed a partnership. From your happiness comes from both of you being happy. It's not coming from you looking for that person to make you happy. It's coming from both of you already being happy. No happiness is coming from the relationship. Happiness comes as a result of both of you being happy first. And that's the key. Happiness comes as a result of both of you being happy first. Your happiness can't be from the relationship. You must bring the happiness to the relationship. So how does disappointment look? What does disappointment look like? Expectations versus realities. Disappointment occurs when reality does not meet our expectation. We're expecting one thing, but we're getting something else. The reality is showing us something else, and we get disappointed. What about loss of hope? We lose faith in our desires because we don't get the desired outcome that we're looking for. So we start losing faith. What about unmet goals? What about unmet goals? Set goals and fail to meet the goal. You set a goal, but you don't meet that goal. That's a disappointment. You're disappointed because you didn't make that goal. What about betrayal or trust? Betrayal of trust. What about when someone let you down? They let you down. They betrayed your trust. Coach talked about emotions that are linked to disappointments. There are some emotions that are directly linked to disappointments. And that is sadness. We get sad. When we're disappointed, we get sad. Frustrated. We get frustrated very, very easily. Anger sets in. We get angry. Then we have some regrets. We start to regret things. And then isolation. Then we have embarrassment. And then hopelessness. We start to feel hopelessness. Don't feel like there's no way out. We got nowhere else to go. And then what about betrayal? Someone betrayed you. But Coach also gave us effective strategies to address disappointments. There are some strategies that we can use to address the disappointments. Number one, acknowledge your feelings. You have to be able to acknowledge your feelings. What are you feeling at this time? What does it feel like? Then you have to reflect on the situation. Go back and reflect on what happened. Acknowledge your feelings, then reflect on the situation, and then you have to reframe your thoughts. You got to reframe those thoughts. So you got to acknowledge how you feel, reflect on the situation, and then reframe your thoughts. Then you have to practice self-compassion. You got to practice self-compassion. Then talk it out. There's times you just got to talk it out. You got to talk it out. You got to put some words into action. And then engage in physical activities. Engage in physical activities. Exercising, running, walking, riding a bike, doing something, being active. You got to stay active. And then you have to set new goals. You have to set new goals. And then you can change the disappointment. You can change how you respond when people disappoint me. Because make no mistake about it, you will be disappointed. You will be disappointed in life, but it's how you respond to the disappointment that's going to affect you. Okay? All right. So I would like to just go back and do a little brief recap of some of the messages that Coach spoke about from January to December. Some of the messages, the Master Your Mind series in 2024. Remember Restore? You guys remember he did a message on Restore. Everyone has the opportunity to be restored through repentance. That was Restore in 2024. Walking in unforgiveness and refusing to restore relationships can have several negative effects on your life. Restore. That was a good one. Then he had another one titled, It's Your Turn for a Husband and a Wife in 2024. It's your turn for a husband and a wife in 2024. The number one reason for separation and divorce, uncommunicated expectation. Uncommunicated expectation. People are unable to tell you what they really, really want. They expect you to be a mind reader and know what they want, but instead of telling you. And then Coach reminded us, don't marry anyone unless all three of these things have been done. Both are emotionally happy. Both resolve your childhood trauma issues. And you both must surrender to one another. You got to have all three. That's Restore in 2024. And it's your turn for a husband and a wife in 2024. Another message he gave us was, what is stopping people from change? What is stopping people from change? You are addicted to your negative thoughts. You are addicted to your negative thoughts. Every day you got to think, act, and you got to feel change. So every day you got to think, you got to act, and you got to feel the change. That was a good message. Another message, it was entitled, Learn How to Walk in Your Divinity and Humanity. Learn how to walk in your divinity and humanity. And we learned that we are both human and divine. We are both human and divine. We are a spirit being living in a physical body, possessing a mind. Your divinity is your love affair between you and God. Your humanity is your love affair between you and others. When your spirit, mind, and body is out of balance, your divinity and humanity is out of balance also. Another message he gave us for 2024 was find the new happy you. Find the new happy you. How do you know if you are abusing people in your life? How do you know if you are abusing people in your life? Holding on to unforgiveness, giving the silent treatment, lack of communication, verbal abuse, and being very critical of others. Another message, 2024, breaking the cycle of overthinking. Remember that one? Breaking the cycle of overthinking. The only thing you have to do to get out of the situation you're in is what? You got to change your mind. You got to change your mind. Just like Romans 12:2. You got to renew your mind. But you got to change your mind. The root cause of overthinking. The root cause of overthinking. Negative beliefs, negative emotions, negative beliefs, negative memories, and unresolved childhood trauma. This is the root cause of overthinking. Another message entitled, Break Free from the Control of Others. How to break free from the control of others. The human desire to control people, places, and things has caused a disconnect from their trustees and their stewardship role in the earth. When you don't get what you want, it can lead to being double-minded. Another message in 2024, press through the messy parts of life. I know you remember that one. Pressing through the messy parts of life. Life can be messy, as we know. Life can be messy. We know that. Who has not had a situation in life that wasn't messy? We all have had some parts of our life that was messy. But messy people in your life are not going to wake up one morning and change or be renewed. Remember that? No one becomes a changed person unless they are very intentional about making the change. Another message entitled, Being a Positive Person is Not Enough. You got to change your life. Just being a positive person is not enough. You got to change your life. A lot of people practice positive thinking but live a negative life. They practice positive thinking but live a negative life. It's not in the thinking, it's in the feelings. It's not in the thinking, it's in the feelings. What about hurt people hurt people? You remember that one? Hurting people hurt people. That is so true. Hurt people do hurt people. Unresolved hurt will eat away at you if it's not resolved. It will continue. It's like a cancer. It will continue to eat away at you if it's not resolved, if you don't do something about it. Another message, get the hell out of your own way. Get the hell out of your own way. You remember that message? Stop this sabotage. People sabotage themselves by not resolving what? Childhood trauma, unmet needs, unhealed hurts, and unresolved issues. Emotional unhappiness and fear of change. Emotional happiness. Remember that one? Emotional happiness. Your foundation for wellness and health. Emotional happiness is your foundation for wellness and health. Until you take full responsibility for your life and hold yourself accountable, you are going to be emotionally unhappy. Until you take full accountability. Once you take full accountability, then you can become happy. But until you take full accountability, you're going to be an emotionally unhappy person. Another message, you call yourself a Christian. You remember that one? You call yourself a Christian while you abuse others. That was a good message. Stop praying if you walk in unforgiveness, resentment, unbelief. Stop praying until you stop holding on to unforgiveness in your heart, because it's in vain. Another message was entitled, Why Are So Many People Mean, Unkind, and Happy? I know you remember that one. Why are so many people mean, they're unkind, and they're unhappy? What is the root cause of anger? Mean and unhappy people. Unresolved childhood trauma, unfocused life, and emotional unhappiness. That's the root cause. Another message entitled, Stop Chasing People. Stop chasing people. They are not important. Stop trying to fix others. Fix yourself first. Remember, we always want to try to fix somebody else, but we need to work on ourselves. Fix yourself first. Prioritize your own growth before focusing on others. Another message is 2024, emotional triggers running you crazy. Are emotional triggers running you crazy? The way you feel is a direct result of how you have been thinking. So the way you feel is a direct result of how you have been thinking. Whatever your thoughts are, they finally caught up with your emotions. He talked about one message entitled, 5 Ways Jesus Overcame His Trauma. 5 ways that Jesus overcame his trauma. And remember, we learned that there is no devil in the life of the believer. There is no hell in the life of the believer. There is no sin in the life of the believer. And that's just a few of the messages in 2024 that Coach Winburn talked about last year. They were all great messages. I know going into 2025, we are going to be excited about the new message coming in 2025. So at this time, I would like to bring up Coach Winburn.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. As they get my mic up and everything and get me a little volume, we want to thank you. We greet you in the name of Jesus Christ. That's good. The anointed one and his anointing. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. Our feet shall stand within thy gates, O Jerusalem. Hey, I appreciate each one of you all today and just want to thank you and thank Coach Dan. He's on a roll today. Brother, I was just looking last night. Right now, you can go to YouTube. We got 80 videos right now. You can go to YouTube, 80 videos. And those titles that he just gave, if you would go through all 80 videos in the next several days, just take you, if you want to do a New Year's resolution, which ain't worth a quarter, but if you want to get your life started, let me tell you, go through those 80 videos. And after that, drink your little wine because you're going to need it, because it's going to turn your life upside down in a good way. So we're going to learn how to win today in 2025 without a New Year's resolution. And let me just see what we're starting at here today. Is this what we're starting, my friend? Okay. So they just have to help us. We're getting there. We appreciate each and every one of you all today. This is the last Sunday of the year. We appreciate an opportunity to be with you. Next Sunday, we'll be back for our first Sunday of the new year. And we want to welcome you to the Sunday morning mastermind class and appreciate those that are in the auditorium, now this is not an in-service today, but those that are in the auditorium, we really appreciate each and every one of you all here today. Again, welcome to the Sunday morning mastermind class. I tell you, it's going to be great today. It's going to challenge you like you've never been challenged before. We'll have a live in-person service on January the 5th. So if you would like to be with us on next Sunday, that'll be the first time we'll be back for the first of the year. And we appreciate you. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Unshared. Be sure to go and follow us at www.renewcommunitychurch.org and follow us at Renew Community Church on Facebook and YouTube. While you're there, don't forget to click and share with all your family and friends, and have them come and join you each and every Sunday at 11:45 a.m. for your Sunday Masterclass. The miracle is this: the more we share, the more we have.
Well, we're back, everyone. We're going to go over our ebook today. Our free ebook is given out every week to hundreds of people, and we're glad to see those in the auditorium again. It's not an in-service, but those have made it an in-service. Appreciate each and every one of you all. As our free gift to you today, you can go to get a free ebook today, and if you comment today and just leave your email in the YouTube section or the Facebook section, we'll send you out the ebook of today's message. You'll get a live, fresh copy of today's ebook of today's session. So it's going to be great. That's as our gift to each and every one of you all. Oh, by the way, if you want our calendar, you go to 60secondstofocuslife.com. You can download a copy of our calendar right now. You can download a copy of this calendar right here. This calendar right here. You can download it by going to 60secondstofocuslife.com. It's in color, and you can have this prepared each day. Today's message, today is the 29th. It says, "It's my divine and human right to be transformed and renewed in my heart today." Tomorrow is the 30th. It says, "It's my divine and human right to walk in divine health and healing." And then the 31st, it's my divine and human right to have plenty of money. There it is. Plenty of money and materials to bless others. And then on the 1st of January, Dr. Jennifer, it's my divine and human right to have fun today. Don't y'all want to have some fun today? We are going to have some fun today. So go to 60secondstofocuslife.com right now, and you can download this right here. Give us your name and your email, and you can get this copy. You get a copy of the calendar free. Just download it. And there are 3 easy ways to give. I want y'all to prepare for your giving, those in the auditorium and the in-service, that those have made the in-service today. Appreciate it. And Coach Dan, he laid it out today, didn't he? Can we give Dan Ray a round of applause? That man laid it out. He went back and into the archives of this year. You ought to go back, brother. There's some powerful stuff this year, and I pray that it bless you. And then the one of them that he talked about, and you call yourself a Christian. Brother, all these folk that call themselves a Christian, and unforgiving resentment. I had a dear person in my life told me, actually a couple of years ago, not long ago, that they told me they are not going to obey the word no more when it comes to marriage and family and all that. They just said, I can't do that. I can't be no wife for nobody. I'm just not going to obey that. Well, get ready. You better get you a good doctor when you get sick, because the word is the word. Are y'all here with me? Christian, and you call yourself a Christian. I was saying that this morning to myself. When people start acting crazy, and you call yourself a Christian. Isn't that amazing? So I saw that. That was beautiful. And he talked about positive thinking really don't work. I want y'all to know positive thinking don't work. Here's the only way it works: if you got positive vibrations and emotions. You could think positive. You can think positive. Matter of fact, all the people that I know in my life think positive, but they walk around with negative emotions and negative vibrations. The actions is in your vibes and vibrations and your emotions and your moods. It's how you feel determines how happy you are, not how you think. It's not what you're thinking that determines how happy you are. It's how you feel. How do you feel right now? And most people feel funky. When they get funky and nasty and upset, they withdraw. They don't call you no more. They don't text. They move away from you. You know how folk are. When they get in a funk, now I have what you call cave time. When I get in my cave time, that means I'm relaxing, building up testosterone, keeping a balanced life, keeping my estrogen balanced, I go into cave time. Every man goes into cave time. Every man has to go into cave time because that's how he reschools and retools and gets prepared for whatever, for his woman or whatever he's getting prepared for, his goals and objectives. So, yeah, and you call yourself a Christian. That's a good one. That was probably one of my best ones. And you call yourself a Christian. I'll be back in a momentarily. Prepare to give if you can. Thank you. Hello, I'm Charlie Winburn. If you could only feel good about giving, then you could attract good things into your life today.
Hi, I'm Mark James Doors Jr. I was able to give $100 on Cash App. I feel great about giving today. If I can give $100, so can you.
Hi, my name is Ebony James, and I was excited that my friends and I were able to give $175 on PayPal today. It's a great feeling to give.
I'm Chase Parton. I was overexcited about being able to give. I was able to mail in $350 today. In order to receive, we must be willing to give. We must make space in order to receive, so pour into what pours into you.
Well, we're back, everyone. Thank you for giving all year long. Those who have been consistent givers, thank you for giving thousands of dollars in Cash App and PayPal and giving through mail. We appreciate each and one of you all's investments that you have made. You are making an investment. So thank you so very kindly. This is the last day. Matter of fact, you could give up until the 31st. You can give up till the 31st online. And how could you do that? Give up to the 31st. You could do that by SundayConnectCircle.org. Just let everybody see that. Is that okay? That's it. You could give there. Also, Cash App. People love Cash App. You could give right there on Cash App. That's available for you right now. You can give up to the 31st, and it could be counted for 2024. 2024. And let us know. I want you to comment today, and I want you to share. The more shares we get, more people are able to watch, and we're able to share the message by mail. Some people like to do by mail. So here's 3 easy ways to give, everyone. 3 easy ways to give: by mail, Cash App, remember, and online PayPal. So if you'd like to give today, Cash App, okay, and by mail. And we welcome each and every one of you all. Welcome Sunday Morning Mastermind class all over the world now. We're here for you. Welcome to Sunday Morning Mastermind class. It's designed with you in mind. Coach Futel is, I think I'm not for sure. Is he in Russia? Oh, he's in D.C. Okay, he's not in Russia. He's in D.C. God bless him. I guess good luck over there. You're with me. Well, maybe we'll sign Chuck Futel as ambassador to Russia. Look, we'll get more done if we do. If we, at least he'll know, he'll get them together. Are y'all here with me? That's right. Yeah. And be not conformed to this world, but be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. How many of y'all ready for today's message? Are you ready? Ready to go? And Dr. Porter, I'm pretty sure Charles Porter's watching today, and others. They're making a list of some of the people that sneak in and watch us. We have a lot of folk all over town tell me, Winburn, we watch. We just don't comment. You know, everybody don't like to do it, but that's okay. But they tell me they watch it, they love it. Learn how to win in 2025. How many of y'all want to learn how to win in 2025 without a New Year's resolution? Why don't you say without a New Year's resolution? And I guess some resolutions, people love to do this every year. It's been an exercise, but I'm going to show you today why your resolutions don't work, why your resolutions don't work, why your affirmations don't work, why your spiritual life is falling apart, why your body is not working like it should, your mental life, your finances, your business, your dating, your engagement, your marriage, and your family, and you're looking to someone else to make you happy. I'm telling you, if you could practice being emotionally happy without having someone directly in your life to be hugging and loving you, hugging on you, which is good. It's wonderful, y'all. Those things good to have. But what if you don't have that? What are you going to do? Learn how to love yourself. how to be emotionally happy. And so we're going to show you today how having one of the 5 enemies could undermine your resolutions, your affirmations. I know people that read their Bible, you all. They read their Bible and they pray and fast. Brother, they are prayer warriors and they dance and and many of them are very emotionally unhappy people. Why? Because they are so spiritually high sometimes that they're no earthly good because they overlook these 5 other human areas in life. God designed us to live here, live in our divinity. You'll be in your ultimate divinity when the ultimate kingdom of God has come. We're gonna have a glorified body. You're gonna have plenty of time to be spiritual. Everybody in here that's listening to me, you're gonna have plenty of time to be spiritual. But right now, you are in your human body, and God wants you to enjoy the earth of the Lord is the fullness what thereof. So we're going to learn how to live here on earth and how to be happy. Yeah, pray. You ought to pray fast, do all that wonderful stuff. But you ought to be able to walk in emotional happiness. Learn how to win in 2025 without a New Year's resolution. Overcome these 5 things before 2025. You got 2 extra days, and you will win in 2025. We're going to share the 5 enemies. If you got one of them in your life, they can take you down. Although you got Jesus Christ. Yes, you do. Yes, for in him we live and move and have our being. You have him, yes, in your divinity. But your humanity is where your problems are. Is everybody with me? So overcome these 5 things before 2025. At least make a commitment to overcoming these 5 things right now, 2024, and you will win in 2025. New Year's resolutions don't work. Learn the 5 things that will work. There's 5 things. There's 5 enemies that if you overcome these 5 enemies, you will win. You don't want one of them in your life, not one. Not a little leaven's the whole loaf. So we're going to show you how to overcome that. Then to conquer these 5 foes and attract a high-valued man and a high-valued woman. You're having problems with attracting the right people. Well, we're going to talk about that later on. I got something for you on that. Defeat the 5 enemies of life. There are enemies. There is no devil in the life of the believer. Coach Futel, I think you said, Coach, don't worry about my phone. I want you looking at it, tracking it. My phone has updated itself, and he want to go look. No, do not look at my phone. Thank you, Jesus. And Coach Dan, where was I at? Okay, to defeat the 5 enemies of life in 2025, learn how to win. I was saying something, see, that's it. And then, let's go on. Want to be emotionally happy in 2025? Then triumph over these 5 adversaries. Triumph over these 5 adversaries. Oh, what I was saying, there's no devil in the life of a believer. Coach Dan Ray shared that. It is hard for people to really realize this, you all, because they've been so religious all their life. There is no devil. Everybody repeat after me. There is no devil in the life of the believer. Yeah, is there a devil? Absolutely. I see devil. I see devils all the time, and Jesus says, and one of you is a devil. And one of you is a devil, but there's no devil in the life of the believer. And there's nobody to blame. And we really don't want to blame ourselves. But there are 5 adversaries that if you got one or both of them in your area, you're not going to do well in life. Let me just tell you, you're not going to do well on this earth. Once you say on this earth. And most of you all think you can drink it through, smoke dope through it, shoot up. You could think you could sex it out. It won't go. It won't defeat these 5 enemies. So we're going to talk about that today. Let's go on. Resources are in the ebook. All of this is in your ebook today. We're moving right along. We got a short ebook today. This is just beautiful. Bible says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Look what the Bible also says, but he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. How many of y'all believe that today? Also, the Bible says, a merry heart does good like a medicine, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. Brother, when you are happy, life changes. Your environment. That's why Coach Dan Ray was saying today, you can think positive, but have negative emotions. And when you got negative emotions, your thinking positive is undermined. Anybody can think positive. That's the easiest thing to do. Oh, I just want to be positive, but how do you feel? Oh, I just want to be a positive. Tell me about your vibes. I just want to be positive. Tell me about your vibrations. I just want to be positive. Tell me about your energy. Oh, I just want to be positive. Tell me about your feelings. Tell me about your emotions. If I know where your emotions are, I can determine if you have positive vibrations. It's more important that you have positive vibrations. So a merry heart, it is like a medicine, baby. And know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So I want y'all to receive the prize today. So run that ye may obtain. And every man striveth for the mastery. I want you to master some things today. You want to master these 5 enemies that we're going to talk about today. These 5 enemies, you want to master them. Everybody repeat after me. I want to master these 5 enemies. Jennifer, say it, Ed, Dr. Demetrius, all the others, and Coach and Aisha. We want to master. And then look what it says. And every man striveth for the mastery. There's some things that we ought to be able to master, men and women, and temperate, have control. Look what it says. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate, that control in all these things. So you want to be able to control these 5 enemies today. You want to be able to get these 5 adversaries out of your life. Now, do they do it? You could do it with obtain a corruptible crown, but you can do it with an incorruptible crown. I therefore run not as uncertain, so fight I as one that beateth the air, but I keep my body under subjection, right? Bring it into subjection, lest by any means, when I preach to others, I myself should be a castaway. I don't want to be standing up here. By the way, all these messages, 80, if you go online right now, we got more videos than 80, but those are your top videos. If you go to YouTube, we have them all there. All those messages, I filter them through my life. So I've dealt with everything that I've taught you about. Everything that I teach you about, I've dealt with it in my life. I had New Year's resolutions. I had all that dumb stuff. And none of them worked. Are y'all here with me? And after New Year's was over, we went back to our habits, we went back to our habitat where our habits are at. Are you all here with me? So everybody drift back to their habitat where their habits are at. And so, okay, let's go on. And if any man also striveth for masteries, yet is not crowned except strive lawfully. Okay, now, this is, we're not going to go here yet. These are teasers. Conquer these 5 enemies in life, and guess what? You'll walk in divine love. Everybody look at me. You'll walk in divine love. You'll walk in love. You'll walk in joy. You'll walk in peace. You'll walk in happiness. You'll walk in laughter. You'll walk in fun. I'm going to have me some fun. I'm going to laugh. And by the way, when I'm by myself and doing my self-talk, I'll be laughing. Just this morning, I was laughing about Christians with all this crazy stuff. And I said, and you call yourself a Christian. And this I walk in here, and he started talking about, and you remember that movie? It was called, what's that big, wonderful movie? This pastor, he was a wealthy pastor. Is it Greenleaf? Pastor Greenleaf? It's Greenleaf. You remember the woman in there? She was going to be a preacher, and she killed her uncle. And her uncle hadn't done, she didn't even research. She didn't research to see that her daughter was saved. Do y'all remember that scene? And guess what? They got in a fight, and she took this glass as a Christian and put it in his, and he said, and you, and I never forget what he said, and you call yourself a Christian. That scene was so most profound, and all throughout the movie, you all, I didn't like her anymore. All throughout the movie, because she called herself a Christian, and she killed that man for no reason at all. Her daughter was safe. and you call yourself a Christian, and you're not going to love your husband, you're not going to love your wife, and you're not going to love your children, and you call yourself a Christian. You're not going to obey the word, and you call yourself a Christian. How did I get there? Let's go. Okay, is everybody ready? Okay, let's go. I was going to tell you all, I'll tell you the first of the year about Garvola, soursop. Soursop is the nickname. It's called Garvola. It's a tropical fruit that has gained popularity, and I'll tell you about it probably next Sunday in New Year. That you may want. I'm on Garvola now because I experiment with stuff. It's an antibiotic. It has antioxidant properties, anti-inflammatory effects, anti-cancer potential, immune system support. It helps your digestive, blood sugar regulation, all that. And I will tell you all a little bit about. I gave somebody a gift yesterday. Some Garvola. It's known as soursop. It's a tropical fruit that has gained popularity in its potential health benefits, while scientific research is still doing more research on it. But I noticed I did take it, and I'm already hyped up like a horse anyway. So you understand what I'm saying. I'm ready to go, and it helps with pain and heart and all those different things. So I'll talk to you more about that next week. Is that okay, everybody? So right now, this is a mastermind class. So who do we have as we get ready to go into our major teaching? And we have here, Dr. Coach Chuck Futel. And who you with up there? You with Marcia? Say, I want to make sure I'm not battling. Hey, but what you say? Yeah, Coach. That's right. Jennifer told me, be careful now. Okay, Coach Futel's in D.C. Dr. William Kirkland wants to hear today what are the 5 enemies. He's going to learn those. And then my brother-in-law, Clarence Whitfield from Atlanta, Georgia, a great brother-in-law. You couldn't have a brother-in-law like Clarence. Whitfield's been my brother-in-law for years, and my great sister. And we had my brother came in from Kentucky, and we went out with Nettie and went to Zola's. I want y'all to go to Zola's place. We went over there and enjoyed ourselves, That was a really great. And Chris Bullock is with us today, and Dr. Ovetta Leary, our vice president, and then our dearest friend, Dr. Michelle Graves, happy birthday. And if you all get us your birthdays, we'll wish you a birthday online, and we appreciate each and every one of you all having, okay. Well, thank you all. Okay, make sure y'all got everybody over there on Facebook, and y'all didn't miss anybody. Will you do that for me? Well, look, let's get into this message here about the message to help get you prepared. Having one or all 5 of these enemies, you all, any in your life. But there's some questions that there are some life questions that people raise in their life around why their life is not working. Why is it that maybe right now your life is not working spiritually? What's going on? It seems like your life is just not working spiritually. Your health is not really where you want it to be. What's going on with your mental health? You seem to be disturbed, or you're not at peace. And what's happening with your money or your finances? You feel that financially you're not where you are. What's going on with your relationship life? What's going on with your dating? And you got issues around engagement. Maybe you're engaged to someone. Maybe a relationship. Maybe you want to get married, and the relationship is not moving the way it should move. What's happening in your life? Why is it that you just can't seem to get ahead in your life? And some of the questions, it says, why is life so difficult? Let's talk about questions that people are raising that 9 times out of 10, many times you yourself probably are thinking but afraid to ask. So here's some of the questions. What makes life such a challenge? Why does life feel like an uphill battle? Have you ever had to ask yourself those questions? There are people that's listening to us right now. Dr. Ernest, glad to see you. And why is navigating life so difficult? And what makes life feel so complicated? I mean, isn't that, and we all have asked ourselves these questions. I'm pretty sure in my life. And remember, all these questions that I'm asking you in my 73 years of living, I've asked myself these questions. Progress feels like a constant struggle. You gotta. It seems like you struggle sometimes. Matter of fact, probably more than you want to do. A step forward often leads to setbacks. Have you ever ask yourself these questions? I have over life. A step forward often leads to setbacks, and I'm caught in a cycle of advancement, and then all of a sudden you retreat. Then there are questions. I can never seem to get ahead. You know, I remember early on in my developmental life at the colleges and the universities and going to school, I always, people say, I always feel like I'm treading water. It's a challenge to find my footing. I struggle to make meaningful progress. Advancement seems just out of my reach. Have you ever got to a point that you're almost there and then all of a sudden everything falls apart in life? Has anybody ever been there before? I've been there. I don't know about you. I'm stuck in a loop with no forward motion. Why is it so difficult for me to maintain? Why is it so difficult for me to succeed spiritually or financially or mentally or in your health? What stands in the way of my holistic success? Here are questions that people are asking probably right now. Why is achieving balance in life such a struggle? What hinders my overall progress in every area? Why is it so hard to thrive in all the dimensions of life? People ask the question, why is it so difficult for me to maintain emotional happiness? Now, I want to share something with y'all. Y'all look at me now. Here's the number one problem that everybody in the world has. Everybody has it. There's no temptation such as common unto mankind. We all have. Here's what is very difficult to people that's in the room, people that's listening right now, people that's wherever you are. This is what's hard to maintain. Let me tell you what's hard to maintain, and really it gets harder if you don't address these 5 issues. The more and more, let me tell you this, the more and more I got rid, well, I'll say it this way. When I got rid of my 5 enemies of life, I begin to feel more emotionally happy. And emotional happiness is hard for people to maintain. And it's hard, who here would agree, emotionally, just you got to maintain every 60 seconds trying to be happy in your feelings, in your moods, in your vibes. And guess what happened? When people normally are not emotionally happy, guess what happens? What they begin to do? Some people get into unforgiveness. They get into resentment. They get into withdrawal. I've had people in my relationship, family members, when they're not happy, they withdraw from you. They cut their love off from you. People get in a funk. They start smoking cigarettes. They start smoking dope. They start doing all kind of stuff. They're going out looking for sexual relationships with people they don't even know, and messing and trying to find emotional happiness. And it's only so temporary. So why not learn how to manage your emotions? One of the major components of emotional intelligence is the ability to manage your emotions. If you can manage your emotions. But most people, what happens when they are emotionally unhappy, they take it out on you. I've had family members, wife, children, they take it out on you. And then if you don't be careful, you'll take it out on them because you want somebody to do something so you will feel better. And that is where the problem is. If he would do this, I would feel better. If she would kiss me, I would feel better. If she would marry me, I would feel better. See, think about it for a while. So what happened? You may marry them, and then you may not feel better. What's going to happen then? Because you're always looking for other people to make you feel better. And that's what happens in relationships, why many of them don't work. because you're looking for other people to do it to you, baby. Do it to me, baby. Make me feel good, baby. Give it to me, baby. Hug me, baby. Give it. I want to have it, baby. Give me, give me, give me. I'll take all you. Give me. My name is Jimmy. Give it to Jimmy. Give it to Jimmy, baby. And you're doing all this give me stuff. And let me tell you, life doesn't work like that. And when you start pulling back, and you're withdrawing and you blame, if I never married you, my life wouldn't have been like this. No, your life was like that before you married. Your life was like you were crazy before you got married. And you're just blaming the person that you're with. And all they did when you got in the relationship, it magnified what you failed to do. It magnified. You with me, Brother Ernest? You look like you're in a daze, brother. This message is getting to you, brother. You get in a relationship because everybody thinks if I can get married and I can get me some sex and I can have a relationship, we're going to live happy ever after. No, you're not. It is, let me tell you, there is no happiness in marriage. Marriage is honorable and the bed is undefiled. You remember last week I told you all, I'm going to get back to it because I got to hurry up. You remember I told you the two most important words on relationships? Anybody remember those two words? To and from. If you're not bringing love and joy, and if you don't have love, joy, peace, and happiness in your life right now, you're not going to bring to a relationship. Because guess what you're going to do is try to take from. Can I be honest with you all? If I ever had to ever live by myself the rest of my life without a wife, and without children, all in the house, running in and out, I could do it. Look, Asa, what you laughing about? I could really, really do it. Because I really care because I'm emotionally happy. Now, when I was not emotionally happy, I wanted everybody around. The wife had to be around. The children had to be around. Even the dogs had to be. I don't need any of that stuff in my life right now. I don't need a wife in my life. I don't need children in my life. I don't need dogs in my life. I don't need cats in my life. And you know what? When people hear this, they get mad at me. Oh, he's selfish. It's all about him. Well, when it comes to my happiness and my emotional happiness, it is all about me. It's about my emotions and my joy and my vibrations and because that's the problem, you all. You're getting in these relationships and you don't have nothing to bring. If you cannot bring your own happiness to the relationship, you have no business dating, marrying, or getting involved with anybody's relationship. Because if you can't bring to a relationship, you're going to try to take from it, and you're not going to get what you think you're expecting to get because there is no happiness in a marriage other than what you bring to it. Whew, I feel sanctified. Sister Ann, I ought to get paid for that one. Okay. And why is it so difficult for me to for people to maintain emotional happiness? What makes sustaining joy such a challenge? Let me hurry up, everybody. Why is finding emotional balance so hard, you all? And why does happiness often feel out of reach? What stands in the way of lasting emotional well-being? And think about it, you all. If you live by yourself and you got emotional happiness, do you know what life can be for you? How your life you can go to different levels and different dimension, and guess what happened? The only downside to that, when people see that you're emotionally happy, you're going to start attracting all kinds of people in your life because they want what you got. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, I got to fight away a lot of stuff, you all. Y'all just don't know what I got to fight. Y'all don't know about what my job, because everybody wants what they think you got. But everybody's not willing to pay the price to have what you got. And that's why they got to defeat the 5 enemies of life. You all here with me? And if you're not happy, emotionally happy, you would not be happy with me anyway. I tell young women who like me and, out there and different things. And I said, oh, I just would like to have a guy like you. I said, no, you don't. You won't like me. Why? I said, because I'm emotionally happy. I got joy, peace, and happiness, and you're looking to take from me that you need to have yourself. You won't enjoy me. Oh, I just wish I could. I see, because isn't it interesting? The people that's interested in you many times, that's out in the world, all that, they want you to give them something. And very seldom do they talk about bringing you anything. Did you hear what a dearest friend of mine sent me a lady? She's 43. She's got 2 children. She divorced her husband, and now she want a good man. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? Now she want a good man. and guess what she said? She said, I want a good man and get in a good relationship. Well, first of all, she never said anything about what she gonna give the man. She never, other than the 2 children. And y'all know that stuff don't hardly work. Those stepchildren don't work. Maybe we shouldn't be calling them stepchildren. We love children. Y'all know I love children. You know that, right? And so the woman said, I never said, I want to bring the man peace. I want to help him get here. But I want to give him my 2 children. He's got to accept my 2 children to me. Now, that's not appealing to high-value men. Are you all here with me? Or on the flip side, if you're a woman, it doesn't matter. It just happened to be, they just sent me that thing yesterday. Are you all here with me? And here's another one. You men, and I'm trying to stay focused, because we're talking about emotional happiness right now. Because you don't know, I have a way like wax on, wax off of getting there. But a dearest friend of mine sent me a video. It's probably the best video of the year. And guess what this female, a dear friend of mine, dearest friend of mine, sent me a video, and it had in there this woman. Listen what she was saying. She was saying a woman has really, a high-value woman in a sense, has no problem, watch this, submitting to a man. Now, this was from a woman. And this woman went on to say that a woman that has no problem in submitting to a man as long as he has something for her to submit to. Brother, that was powerful. And guess what? In the word submission, look at the word submission. If he's got a mission and clear about where he's going to take her and the vision and the mission, she doesn't mind submitting to the mission. I never heard it like that. Because if you look at the word submission, when you mention submission now, brother, women will shoot you. They get up because men have played it in a negative way. You want women to submit, but they can't submit to nothing. You ain't got no vision, no plan. You're not masculine. You're fussy. Your estrogen is high. You don't have no goals, no plan, but yet you want her to submit to you. But this woman was, am I preaching today? This woman was saying, hey, we will submit to you if you have a mission. So that's where we get, and she said submission. So she made submission not a bad word. But now in this day and age, it's a bad word. And I can understand, because men who are not masculine, men who doesn't have a vision. Now I have a vision for my life, you all. I have a vision. I know where I want to go. I know what I want to do. Are you all here with me? So it wouldn't be easy. It wouldn't be hard for me to lay out. When I originally got married, I laid out a 7-year plan, a 14-year plan, 28-year plan. Everybody can't do that. See, I know where I'm going. I have a vision. I got a plan. So I wouldn't have any problems, you all, finding anybody if I ever got in that situation, because I got a plan. I got a vision. I know where I want to go. So I thought that was good. How did we get over here? But evidently somebody needed it, didn't they? Now, I'm going to be nice today, Jennifer. I'm not going to bother him today. If you know, am I nice? Okay. So let's go on. New Year's resolutions. We'll come back dealing with that later on. I'm going to lay this here. Now, what I want to share with you, since we're on relationships, can I take 10 more minutes on relationships? Because you know, relationships is a big issue out there. Isn't that right? How many know? Ernest, I know. Is that right? I know, and I feel relationships really is a big, big issue. Either you going in a relationship or coming out of one. Either you're going in a dating, a fellowship, marriage, or you're coming out of one, of dating issues. So I want to share something with you. Bottom line, I'm going to tell you this. If you are looking in 2025, and I'm going to say it one more time, stay off of the internet trying to find a high-valued man and a high-valued woman. There are none. I'm going to say it again. There are none. Y'all ready, everybody? 100% of the people that you're trying to find online are big liars just like you. You all will not share. Why you laughing, Coach, up there? You will not share the 5 enemies you got going on in your life. And then them airbrush pictures you got, that ain't you. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? So, and I'm going to tell y'all this. I know I'm not going to say much. I got to be real careful. I've got people who I'm very, very close to, and they went online, and they found these people. And I met these people. Brother, they all screwed up, just like them. So whatever you're going to get online is just like you. You can never vibrate to a level higher than you. If you want somebody that is high value, got vision, got a goal, and they got all this stuff and you don't, you are not going to attract those people. You're not going to get those folk. You're not going to get high-valued people. You'll get somebody. And let me share something with you all. I saw a video the other day. Are you all aware? 600,000 women and men are missing every year. They went online and met somebody and went to their house, went out to dinner, and y'all ready? 600,000 people's body parts. These people have been killed here in America. And they've cut up body parts and selling body parts and can't find people because they went online. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? And y'all won't listen. And the people that I know in my life, brother, the people that they got online, I know they can't even get rid of them. I don't know how to get rid of them. I can't tell you the poison on anything, but I don't know how you're going to get about your life. Because guess what? The people you find online are just like you. They're needy and greedy and trying to find, and that's why everybody should have their own network. You should have your own network where you be able to network. What has happened to the old days, and I'm using this, the old girlfriend and boyfriend days where they were in your network. I don't have to go out and knock on the door. I don't have to go to social media to find a woman. You shouldn't have to go to social media to find out what is your network. What has happened to your network? Because social media has replaced your network. Now everybody's a robot. I was talking to a robot a few weeks ago. Richard had one. And little Richard, this guy that do our stuff here. And I said, hello, I want to speak to Richard. I didn't know it was a robot. And they said, hello. I said, well, how are you doing today? Why you ask that question, that robot? I said, oh, you're a robot? Yes, I am. And why did you ask that question? This robot was talking about. I said, Lord, I'll be black and proud. These robots could talk back. And the robot said, now, how can I help you? I said, I want to speak to little Richard. He says, he's not available now, but we'll get back with you. And I'm telling you, brother, people are into going with robots, making love with all these people because they are trying to find happiness and emotional happiness in the wrong place. I'm going to say it again. There's no happiness in marrying a woman or marrying a man. That is, if that's your goal, I want to marry a man, I want to marry a woman, I want to do all this, and I want to be happy. There is none there. I am saying that the happiness is in you. It's to versus from. Can you have a happy relationship? Yes. Can you have a happy marriage? Yes. If both of you all will bring happiness to it. You see the difference? Okay. So, going online, get offline, because the online is misrepresentation, catfishing, a lack of accountability, emotional manipulation, ghosting and breadcrumbing you, people telling you how they going to love you and ready to marry you after 3 days. Unrealistic expectation, pressure to perform, overexposure. We call them trolls and harassment and dangerous meetups. You're meeting up with these people you are, and they're taking women. And in Atlanta, you all, it is amazing, and it's all over the country. These women are showing up, you all, dead. There's a whole group of people now cutting up bodies, involved in cannibalism. and taking beautiful women out who's trying to find love in the wrong place. It's not safe for men. Are you all here with me? And then they false security, all this online stuff, cyberbullying, and then you want to do it. And I'm telling you all, I got friends right now, they don't know what to do. They have found some people online, and they can't get rid of them. They don't know how to get rid of them. And they got them in their life. Did y'all with me? I try to keep my distance from them as much as I can because they're online people. Okay. Is everybody still with me? Did y'all want to stretch here real quick? Everybody in the auditorium, Fred Price used to have people stretch a little bit. What men are asking for in attracting high-value women? Let's see what they're asking for. Who else do we have that has joined us? What men are asking for, and then we're going to go right in here. Everything that I'm doing here today, you all, is actually tying to the message. Can y'all work with me? Okay. We have also, Dr. Michael Ballard, Sr. He's here, man. Thank you. I hope you and your wife are watching. Janice Robinson is here. Brenda Harris is here, one of my dearest friends, and they're here. Now, y'all ready, everybody? What men are asking when they are trying to attract, let me make sure I got it, high-value women? What makes winning over a remarkable women so challenging? They ask, why is it tough to capture the interest of a high-caliber woman? What hurdles do men face in attracting exceptional women? What barriers exist in attracting a truly valuable woman? What stands in the way of attracting high-value quality women? Now, I'm going to tell you, what we're going to talk about today ties to the 5. The reason why you men cannot get a high-valued woman is because of these 5 things here today. I'm going to show you the 5 things why you can't get them. You can't get these 5. Okay, and then here are some what women are asking. Well, that's what men are asking. But here's what women are asking. What makes it challenging to attract a high-value man? Why is it difficult to connect with a remarkable man? I'm beautiful. I'm pretty. I got everything going for me. Why does it seem so tough to capture the interest of a top-tier man? Why can't I get this top-tier man to commit to me? What's standing in the way of attracting an exceptional man? Why is it connecting with a high-quality man? Why is it so challenging? Why is it so challenging? Well, and then some guys are saying, finding a good woman. Why is it so challenging, finding a good woman? What does it feel like, or what obstacles stand in the way of finding a great woman? Well, we're going to show you today that if you have not addressed these 5 enemies of your life, you're not going to attract high-quality people. Are you all here with me? And are you still here, everybody? Why is it so challenging to tie the knot these days? What makes marriage feel so difficult in today's society? Why does it seem difficult to find a partner for marriage? And also, what barriers exist that makes getting married a challenge today? And then, of course, high-valued women tell me that they want from high-valued men, and y'all know these are 5 things that some basic stuff other than emotional intelligence and ambition and drive and respect and integrity and a sense of humor. But most women say they want a masculine man. They want a man with a vision. They want a man that has a mission that they can follow and submit to the mission. And they want a man that's got balanced testosterone. He's not fussy and argumentative all the time. They want a man that's loving and caring. And they want a man who is a leader. High-value women want a man who's leading. High-value women do not want to be leading men. That man should come as a leader. Are you all here with me? You got to put your tie on. I remember one top evangelist, so I won't call her name. She had a husband, well-known. She had to dress him. She had to do this. And people often ask me, do your wife dress you or does she do? No, I dress myself. Because, if your wife is dressing you, she's going to make you you're going to look like you got estrogen on you or something. No, think about it. Your wife cannot dress. It's just like you dressing your wife. You're going to make her look, you looking at it from testosterone. So when a wife is dressing you, she may be looking at it from estrogen, and you, as a man, may be looking at it from testosterone. Won't everybody just stop dressing up each other, dress your own self, and have your own identity, and have your own relationship? And stop all of this stuff trying to be politically correct. Oh, I dress my man. Well, God bless you. What is that all about? You know, and I'm not against it. Folk want to do that. Bless you. God be with you. And here's what high-valued men say that they want in a woman. And many times they want femininity. They want a woman that will support their vision and mission. They want a woman that's going to bring them peace. They want a balanced woman with estrogen. They want a woman that's got a calming spirit, and then they want a sexually attracted woman. Now, this is what the men are saying that they want. But many times they can't. And then here's what else high-valued men want, of course: support and encouragement, respect, emotional stability, intellectual capacity, physical attraction. But many times they can't get that because of these 5 things. Y'all ready now for the 5 things? I think y'all been really ready for that, right? Waiting on that? So let's get into it. Here are the 5 things why somebody won't commit to you, and you're struggling perhaps in your spiritual life. You're struggling in your physical body. Here's what could be undermining. And I always put a disclaimer. Don't take my word for anything I say. Please don't. The Bible says, study to show thyself approved, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightfully dividing the word of truth. Don't take my word for it. Go do your own research. Go study. I don't have all the answers. I just have enough. And are you all here with me? And so, if your spiritual life is not where it wants to be, you just never seem, I was at a place in my life at one time, I just never seemed like I could get enough of God. I just had this thing. When is enough enough? I mean, think about it, you all. I know blessed are they that do hunger and thirst after righteousness, but here's the answer. Blessed are they who thirst after righteousness. Look what the Bible says. You shall be filled. There comes a time in our life that we should be filled with the fullness of God. There comes a time in our life that you ought to have enough God. You ought to say, I got enough of you, Lord. Matter of fact, sometimes I get so overwhelmed with the presence of God. I said, Lord, I can't take it no more. I just can't really take this no more. It's so much joy and unspeakable joy and full of glory. I just can't handle it. When do you get enough of God? Some people say, well, you can't get enough. Yes, you can. It says, blessed are they that do hunger and thirst after righteousness. You're going to be filled. Filled with what? With the presence of God. And then there's one scripture that says, Lord, fill me with the fullness of God. What is the fullness of God? It is walking in divine love and joy and peace and emotional happiness and fun and laughter and walking in your divineness. Now, just think, if you got all that, why do you need somebody? Why do you have to have a husband? Why do you have to have a wife? Why do you have to have children running around the house? I mean, it's all right if you got them, but after they get older, try to get them out as fast as you can. Are you all here with me so you can enjoy your, so what is it? What's causing people not to be spiritually happy? And they feel they got to have somebody else. I just got to be with somebody else. I just got to be with you. And if I'm not with you, I'm going to tear the house down. There are people that's willing to tear their entire house down because they didn't get their way. They're willing to tear their house down. They're willing to separate. They're willing to divorce. They're willing to tear down your legacy. They're willing to take your life apart because they couldn't have their way in the relationship. And those people are people that have not found their emotional happiness. Are y'all with me, everyone? I'm trying to get you all to a place of emotional happiness. Now, conquer these 5 enemies in life. And y'all heard them before. This is nothing new. We just repackaged this for you. It says, conquer these 5 enemies in life to embrace, look you all, to embrace what? Divine love, to embrace joy, to embrace peace, to embrace laughter, to embrace fun, to embrace emotional happiness and your divinity in 2025. I want y'all to listen to me. I want you to listen. The late Bishop Eddie Long used to say, listen, 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 listen. I want you to listen, 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 listen. I really do want you to listen to this. If you can get these things, but most people won't get it. They feel that this doesn't apply to me. They believe they're already camera ready for a relationship. I'm camera ready, I'm ready to go. And then when they get in the relationship, they wish they had never got in there. That's why I always tell when I'm out and women are attracted and they're talking to me, oh, Winburn, I just wish I had a husband like you. No, you don't. You don't want to do that. You don't want to compare me with him anyway. And if he heard you saying that, then he's going to, you don't want to do that. And then please don't tell him that you met me and compared with me, having mad at me. Okay, conquer these 5 enemies in life, and I guarantee you all, you'll begin to walk in divine love and joy and peace and laughter and fun, emotional happiness, and you'll come to a place. Here's what you ought to know what will happen in your life. Until you come to a place of love, joy, peace, laughter, fun, and emotional happiness, you won't need anybody in your life that you got to have in your life, because you got to have in your life. Once you come to this place, now we all understand you got doctors and people that you got to work. We're not talking about being separating yourself and withdrawing from the world. I'm not talking about that. But I'm saying being able to live with yourself, you won't need to have somebody in your life for you to be whole. And that's hard for people to realize. Hey, I don't need you in my life to be whole. I don't need you. My daughters, I love my daughters. Daughters, I don't need you in my life to feel good about me. I thank God for you that was able to help birth you and bring you in there. But I don't need you in my life to walk in love, joy, peace, and happiness. I don't need a woman in my life. Ernest, I really don't. And this is hard for some when I'm getting groups and quiet groups and caucuses and I talk this. They say, Winburn, it sounds like it's all about you. No, it's not. It's about self-care. I've been in relationships where people didn't care about me. So I know what that means. So I'm not running after folk that don't care about me. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not running after people that withdraw themselves from me and playing games with me and they don't want me. I gotta catch them and I gotta chase them. Brother, those days, I ain't chasing nothing, not even a rabbit. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? And y'all get to the point, you got to get to the point where you got to have the gift of goodbye. If people do not, you see, people say I need love. I need you to love me so much that you're so desperate. I love my daughters. I love my sons. But I don't need them in my life to be fulfilled. Now, I know this is tough for everybody to say. Say it's all about, no, it's not. It's about finding the place in God. Everybody, and I pray this for everybody in my life. Father, in Jesus' name, let them find their way in you. That's what I pray every day. I pray over this church. I call your name out, Ernest. I call Ann's name. I call you. I call Porter's. I call different names. The other day I was telling one of my dearest friends, guess what I did the other morning, y'all, Saturday morning. Guess what I did? As we go into these 5 things. Guess what I did Friday morning? I never did this Saturday morning when I woke up in prayer. I never did this in my entire life. A lot of my male friends, their wives have pretty much left them in one form or another. And white, black, the whole thing. And I said, well, what is the thing? What is the real issue? And I said, why do you think they left? It says, well, what it is that they are not happy with me anymore. And they don't feel happy or fulfilled with me. I said, okay. But I woke up that morning and I said, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to pray for every woman that I know, that she will become emotionally happy for herself and not look to a man to make her happy. Because if you look to a man to make you happy, you're going to run from man to man. If you marry this man and it don't work out, You got another man. And it's the same way with men. But I'm not talking about men. So guess what I did? I called literally, you all. It took me an hour. I said, Father God, I pray for all the women in my life, all the women that I know. I called your name. I called Aisha. I called your name. I didn't call yours. I'm sorry. So I told her I was going to stop. Jennifer, don't bop. Jennifer, I had to have a little fun with him. But y'all ready, everybody? And I called the names. I called my daughters' names. I said, Lord, make my daughters emotionally happy. Let them find happiness in you, not some man. There is no happiness in a man. I want to tell you women out there, there are no happiness in a man. And there's no happiness in a woman. Yeah, you can, when you both bring happiness together, when you put both your happiness together and enjoy happiness, that's going to be wonderful. But all things being equal, after a while, you get in a relationship and now you feel that person is not giving you what you want. Now you're blaming them. Now you're ready to separate. Now you're ready to divorce. Now you're ready to tear up the whole house. Now you're ready to destroy each other's legacy. Now you're ready to set each other back. And so I began to pray for all of these women. I've never done that before in my life. I prayed for over 150 women. Every woman that I know, women that I work with, family members, my daughters, my sister. I prayed for my sisters. I prayed for everyone that I know of relatives. And I called their names and I said, Lord, I pray that they find emotional happiness. I pray that they have positive vibrations and positive emotions and feel good about who they are and not ever again depend on a man to make you happy. Because there's no happiness in a man. There's no happiness in a woman. For in him we live and move and have our being. I'm not telling you all not to get married. I'm not telling you don't date, but don't make that your end goal. Because if you make it your end goal, you're going to be disappointed. Because people's feelings, and that's why I always tell people, I really love Miles Monroe. He helped me to understand this. You ought to not ever get married just because of love. You should not get married because just of love. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't marry everybody because you love them. Because people's love change. Their love change. They'll love you for 5 years or 10 years. And then they'll come up, not look at you one day. I don't love you no more. You can't get married for love. But you ought to get married because you got a vision. Because you got purpose. Because you got destiny together. You're getting married because you got destiny, you got a plan, you got a mission, you're working on goals together. And when the love is not really working in your relationship, you can fall back on your plan. You can fall back on your vision. You can fall back on your goals. Everybody say they love each other. Everybody that gets divorced love each other. People that, I know people that kill, well, let me back up. There are people that kill folk. And then after they did, I said, oh, I really loved them. And then, did y'all hear what I'm saying? And then the counselors, you go to counselors, and they, well, so much for that. But people will hurt you and then say, oh, you know, I really loved you. Tear up, destroy your life. Destroy your legacy and everything you got. Because people's love change. And there's 3 types of love anyway. And I'm going to these 5. We're going to get them. This is a short ebook. You said, man, it's taking them a long time to get here. But that's okay, because we have to kind of separate the precious from the vow before we get here. And and individuals would say, you know, so I pray for these women. 150, it's probably more than that, you all, every woman that I could think of. And I should have went in my phone, because I got 2,000 phone call contacts in my phone, and I should have went in there. I prayed for your wife, Dan. I prayed for Aisha. I really did. I prayed for Dolores. I just started calling names out. Women that I knew, women that I work with and associated with. Lord, make them emotionally happy so they don't have to depend on some man. And then I want them to not be angry and have nothing else to do with a man. That ain't what I'm talking about. But I'm saying that you stand on your own love. You stand on that. Well, we're ready, everybody? So here it is. The first one, let's go. We're almost there. Ready, everybody? conquer these 5 enemies in your life, and I guarantee you, you'll walk in divine love. You'll walk in divine love, joy, peace, happiness. If you could just get this out of your life, you will start feeling good about everybody. Let's go. You ready? Number 1, let's go. Oh, here it is. Unresolved childhood trauma. Now, who would not think that I would come up with that? Now, who in here, did you hear what I'm saying? And I've got some of my friends. Is anybody still watching us, Aisha? Did they hang up yet? Okay. So look, here it is, you all. Childhood trauma can have lasting effects, and it can cause problems. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. Guess what else the revelation I got? Unresolved childhood trauma from 0 to 18. Y'all ready for this? If the childhood trauma has not resolved from 0 to 18, and guess what? 9 times out of 10, people don't resolve it there because they let it go. And that's why you got all these counselors. It shows up 100% of the time when you're an adult. That's where it shows up at. And it shows up in marriage. It showed up in my relationships with my family members. It showed up in yours. And it's really, childhood trauma is really, isn't this interesting? Maybe we should call it adulthood trauma, but it's really childhood trauma that never got resolved. So your child in you never got healed. And then you bring it into counseling. That's why 90% of counseling do not work. Because what counselors normally do is set up, keep talking about the same old thing week after week after week, and all you're doing is reinforcing your own childhood trauma. And life is no better because the people that you're with most of the time do not want to take responsibility for their trauma. And I know I've sat in these dumb places. And I'm not calling the clinical psychologist. Matter of fact, I recommend everybody go to Dr. John Thomas. But I work with counselors and all kinds of people. Go there. You need to do that. But I've sat in these sessions, you all, and the people that you're with, they don't get healed. You may want to be healed. I'm healed. And the person that you're with is stuck, and they're stuck there for years. And you're stuck with them, and they won't let it go. And then in the marriage, it keeps coming back up in the marriage. So unresolved childhood trauma. If you got trauma in your life, I am saying, oh, by the way, I'm not your therapist. I got to put a disclaimer on here. I'm not your doctor. I'm not your therapist. And some of y'all trying to marry, you want your husband to become your therapist. No. You want your wife to become your therapist. No. You don't want that. You don't want to be, matter of fact, if you're getting married, you don't really want to start discussing a lot of problems. You want to start discussing solutions. Coaches, this is some good teaching, and this is one of the reasons. So guess what, everybody? Most of the people online looking for people for dates online are suffering just for you to even go. And then somebody had the nerve to tell me, well, this is the day we live in. It's a modern day, and this is how we do relationships. No, it's not. Matter of fact, it's difficult doing relationships just with a network. Like I know you know somebody else, you introduce me to somebody. That's difficult because after we go through that network, we may not like all in that network. Now you're going to go online? You're going to go online and let me just say it right now. They say, Winburn, it could be your mama online looking for a man. She's lying too because she's not telling everybody the truth about her. She hasn't resolved her unresolved childhood trauma. Everybody is looking online for a girlfriend or a boyfriend or somebody to date. I know you're going to get upset with me. You have not resolved your unresolved childhood trauma. And that's why, and both of y'all are lying. So when you meet somebody, listen to this. I had a little teaching here. I meet only me. I meet only me. Whoever you meet online, that's you. I meet only me. Even the dog that bites you is you. The snake that bites you is you. I meet only me in life. Whoever you have in your life, I meet only me. You don't like who's in your life? That's you. So then you got to change your vibrations and start attracting what you really, really want. So I want to tell you all this. Coach, is this some good teaching? This is it. Here is the number one. Y'all ready for the next one? So if you got this in your life, and I'm going to tell you right now, you're dating somebody, until they get this out of their life, Do not be pushed into engagement or marriage until people have resolved this and got it certified. You can get it certified. Are you all here with me? Go to get it certified. Okay, next one is, okay, hormonal imbalance, testosterone, estrogen. This is me in here now. We're talking. So what you got to do, many times children are acting out, number one, because they could have childhood trauma, or they could be acting out because their hormones are imbalanced. Children can have hormonal imbalance. Are you all aware of that? Children. Here's where it is. Whether you are a male or female, hormonal imbalances can significantly impact your mood and energy levels and overall health. These imbalances can lead to feelings of irritability. Now, I thank God I've lived for 73 years. I want to thank the Lord, 73 years. And in January 10th, will be 74. But I've experienced all this stuff in my own family, you all. I experienced all this stuff in my life. Experience is not the best teacher. And if you got a hormonal imbalance, and for a man, he should be balanced testosterone and estrogen. Go to the doctor. Let the doctor take the blood test. Matter of fact, Life Extension has a male panel. Costs $299. Life Extension. LifeExtension.com. Life Extension Ernest, did you get yours back yet? Okay. Life Extension. Hormonal balance. You want to see if your hormones are right. Why are you acting the way you are? Moody, withdrawing from people. And isn't it amazing? I've been in relationships, you all, where all of a sudden she withdraws. They withdraw. They stop talking. Don't call you like that. Something has changed in the relationship. And we got to look at these things. What has changed? What's caused the change? Either they're mad at you, and or the person could have, and males. We're talking about men and women. We're not talking about, they used to just put this stuff on women. No. I know more men. Most of the men in my life are hormonally imbalanced because they fussing all the time. Oh, just fussy. Been in meetings, just fussy. I got one brother, we go out, bro, just fussy. Yeah. Just all the time. This ain't all, in estrogen all the time. No testosterone. Did you hear what I'm saying? And so you got to do that. Number two, if you got a hormonal imbalance, whether you're a male or female, it can cause you to be irritable. And guess what? It can cause you to have anxiety and depression. You say, I think it's and in this interesting relationship, I think my wife is giving me anxiety and depression. No, brother, you got a hormonal imbalance. See, you got to blame it on somebody. I got to get me a new wife. Get a new wife? Get a new husband? All that stuff. If you don't change you going to show up. Always tell people, we had a little thing around here. Everybody going to Atlanta in this fellowship. Everybody going to Atlanta. We had all the people up here. I'm moving to Atlanta. Most of them are back up here now, and they're going to Atlanta. Because let me tell you this. You can move to Atlanta all you want. You can go to Alabama. You can go to California. But guess what? You going to show up. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? And people thought if I can move out of here geographically, my life will change. No, you're going to take your same vibrations. You remember we had a big thing around here. Everybody, I said, where you going, brother? Brother Charles, I'm going to be moving to Atlanta. Really? What you going to do down there? I said, I'm going to tell you something. Most of our brothers and sisters down there, they live in a network. They don't know you. If you ain't in a network down there, you're going to be living down there by yourself. Now, I lived in Atlanta. I was down there for 6 months in a dormitory. They smoked more dope and stuff. I had to go at a seminary. These were people every morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. These people, these Baptist preachers, up preaching, smoking dope every morning. I couldn't get no rest. So I left and came back and got me a master's degree here at UC. I couldn't take it no more in Atlanta. And matter of fact, Atlanta was too cold for me anyway. It was cold. I couldn't believe it. I left Cincinnati. But I went to school there. God bless everybody. How'd I get there? Here's another one. Uncommunicated expectations in a relationship. Well, look, I'm going to tell you, in my relationship, I've had my significant other too. I just never knew what they really, really wanted many times. And they can't tell you many times, or vice versa. Coach Dan, are we okay today? Am I teaching? And everybody wants you to read their minds. Oh, I'm supposed to read. What do you want from me? So when expectations go unspoken, misunderstandings and disappointment can arise, and this lack of communication can strain the relationship and lead to more frustration. Won't you tell me what you really, really want? I want to know, what do you want? Did you hear me? And I said in counseling, you all, and experience this. What do you want? And many times your spouse and others, they don't know what they want. But I want to ask everybody, what do you really want? If you're in a relationship with someone, you need to express it. Express it. Hey, I want this. I want to be hugged more. I want you to look at me more. I want you to tell me you love me more. I want you to provide. What do you really, really want? And you know what? Most folk don't know what they want. And I'm telling you what they really want, and they can't communicate. They don't know how to communicate it. They're really emotionally unhappy. Because anybody that is emotionally happy, they know what they want. I know what I want, you all. I know. Anybody know what you want? I want a better spiritual life, health life, mental life, financial life, relationship life, love life, sex life. I know what I want, but do you know what you want? But in a relationship, uncommunicated expectation, and then you get online and don't nobody know what they want. Are you all here with me? So when that goes, is that pretty good? Let's get down. Is this pretty good? Number 4. Okay. Oh, here you go. Let's go back here. By openly discussing your needs and desires with others, instead of withdrawing, and Sister Ann, instead of people withdrawing from you, here's what people would do in most relationships, whether they're dating, in fellowship, and marriage. Please take my word for it. I've been around 73 years. I've been through it all. I've seen it all. Ain't nothing I haven't seen. I know what I'm talking about. And let me tell you what happens. When people do not communicate their expectations, they withdraw from you. They start playing games with you. They move away from you. And then they get explosive. Then they're going to find stuff about you. They're going to start picking with you. Don't like your something. I don't like this about you now. Now I don't like how you wear your shorts. I don't like how you're cutting your hair. So what happens by openly discussing with your needs, and you foster stronger connections and create an environment of mutual respect and understanding, paving the way for emotional fulfillment. Here's the next one. Number 4, y'all ready? Here's another thing that will undermine your life. Influence of third parties. Get rid of the third parties in your life and your relationship. Is everybody here with me? I was out with one of the developers on Friday. We were at Capitol Grill, and we were just talking about this. He may be watching today. Do we have anybody else watching? He may be watching today. And we were talking about, and guess what I told him? I just had a little fun with him. I said, here's what the third party is all about. I said, when you and your wife start arguing, guess what? There's a third party always there. And he said, wow, the revelation of that was powerful. There's always a third party. It is not normal for you and your wife to be arguing. That is abnormal. That is not normal. You could disagree. It's not normal for me and you, Ernest, to be fussing and fighting at each other. That ain't normal. Something is wrong with that relationship. Sister Ann, you and I, we start fussing. A third party is in our relationship. Somebody either told you something about me or told about me, or say, oh, you know, Brother Charles don't like you. And you put that in your head, you start arguing with me. And I won't know why you mad at me, because somebody told you I didn't like you. Now, did y'all get it? It's the third parties in the relationship, y'all. And if you want to know what's going on in people's life, it says external influences, whether they're families, do not, when it comes to your marriage, do not listen to your friends or your family if you're married. Now, if you're married. Now, if you're not married, you may probably want to listen by not marrying those people. Some good advice. So you're all with me. I got some people in my inner circle that went online and got folk online, and I want so bad. Please do not marry those folks. Please do not marry those folks. And I'm telling you, they are a mess. How'd you get your man? I got my man online. Woo, you know there's a problem there, right? Okay. External influences, whether friends or families or colleagues, can affect your decisions and your emotions. What I feel about you is what I feel about you. And I'm not going to let nobody hearsay and what I've heard and what I've read, I'm going to make up my own mind about you. And I used to have a man on city council. When I was on city council, one of my colleagues, all the time whispering in my ears, this person don't like you. This was another council member. Oh, and this, come to find out, this Negro didn't like me. He didn't like me. Well, I knew when people bring you, he didn't like me. Oh, that one don't like you. Council member, this don't like you. And this guy did not like me. He was jealous of me. I had more influence. I raised more money than he can raise. And he's always had these problems with me. But he was telling me what other people were saying. He couldn't say it. These third parties in your relationship, get your mama out of your relationship. Get your daddy out of your relationship. And you don't have to go too far. Just look at your father and mother's relationship. How much advice you want to take from them? Ready, everybody? Trying to get y'all ready for, here's another one. 5 enemies. Emotional unhappiness. Now, this is the biggest one of them all. This is the biggest one. Emotional unhappiness is an advert. Here it is, you all. Eliminate negative moods and feelings and vibes and vibrations and energy. Emotional unhappiness can stem from various sources, including unresolved issues, negative thought patterns, or lack of. Here is the issue, you all, and here's why so many people. Now, you know what? I like social media. I think it's great. I think it's a gift for us to communicate. But to go online to try to find and take advantage and try to find me a woman online, I think is a sad commentary. I think it says a lot about, for me to do that, I would have to be smoking something. Something would have to have gone wrong in my life for me to go online to find, because most of the people, if not all of them, that go online to find dates, you all, and to find people to marry, to find somebody to sleep with that night, they're emotionally unhappy people. Now, I know, and so I don't have any names, so I'm not calling any names. So emotional unhappiness. Eliminate negative moods and feelings and vibes and vibrations. Emotional unhappiness can stem, we said what it can stem from. This is the biggest issue, y'all, in relationships, is when your wife or husband or significant other or someone that you're dating just can't seem to be happy around you. They don't have to be happy with you, but around you, it's their own emotional unhappiness. And you end up marrying people that are emotionally unhappy, that are emotionally not assigned to you. And I think all of us need to ask the Lord, when you're entering new relationships, is this person assigned to me, or is this person attached to me? And many times we give assignment energy to attached people who's going to leave us anyway. So are you emotionally happy, everybody? Let's go on to the next one. Am I going right? And these feelings, let's go, gratitude. Now, here's a guide on overcoming the 5 enemies or foes of life. We're almost there. Is everybody still here? How many of y'all still here? Is this, Ernest, does this help you today? Give me $2,000 for this message today. That's right. It's at $19.95. I'll put it on there. That's right. I'll put you on a payment plan. That's right. Okay, here it is. Has this been, y'all feel like getting up in the auditorium and stretching? We appreciate the people that are here today. Is people still with us online? Are they hanging with us? Here Here's a guide on overcoming the 5 enemies or foes in life. We already know what they are. Number 1, let's go. Resolve your childhood trauma. That's all you got to do. You got to make a commitment. I'm resolving this stuff once and for all. If you got to leave town and go in a 90-day EMDR program for therapy for trauma to get away, have somebody to pay for it, you need to go and take response once and for all. I am not going to let my trauma destroy me in 2025. I'm not going to let it do it. So you got to acknowledge your feelings, recognize and accept your feelings related to your trauma. Yes, I got messed up. Now that you got to, if you could do this, you ready, everybody? Come on, let's move fast. Number 2, seek professional help. Many of you all don't feel that. Look, I got professional help. I'm not for sure it helped me, but I got it. I mean, I went but what I did, I think it kind of, let's put it like this. I probably went to get professional help more so for my spouse than anything at that time. Are you all here with me? But after a while, you know, I just had my 60 seconds to a focused life actually was, see if you can give me a copy of my book there under there. My 60 seconds to a focused life actually became my therapy. So it took me 12 years to walk through and resolve my childhood trauma. So look at this. See this, you all? This book here, hopefully we'll get it out sooner or later. We've sold quite a few, but it's coming. I ain't in a hurry. Somebody told me, said, Winburn, this book will show up 1,000 years from now. 60 Seconds to a Focused Life is what I use, you all, to drive my enemy out of my life. I had to drive this enemy called childhood trauma out of my life. And many of y'all still have it, and you covered it up with certain niceties, and you won't know that you really, really, really still got it until you get married or in a relationship with somebody, and you go off on them. Okay, let's go. Got to move fast now. Look at the time. Got to go fast now. Okay, y'all ready? Next is journaling. Write some stuff down. Practice self-compassion. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. I'm not going to be out here smoking no dope, y'all. I don't do that. Sniffing stuff. You know, all that kind of stuff. Build a support system. Surround yourself with supportive friends. Here's another one. Address your hormonal imbalance. I'm giving you solutions. You got to address it. Go to the doctor. Consult a doctor. Go to a doctor, you all. Go to lifeextension.com. Take the blood test. Coach, have you taken the test yet? The blood? Take the hormonal test. See where you're at. You know, and it's okay. Consult. Find out where you are hormonally. Also, dietary changes. Incorporate different foods. Regular exercise is important. Stress management. Sleep hygiene is important. Now, some people, I don't know, some of y'all people that need 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep, I don't know why y'all need that much sleep. I don't know where y'all get that from. If I could get me 5, 6 good hours, it's enough. I don't know how you do it. Y'all, some of y'all need 7 to 9 hours. One of our dearest friends died the other night. Demetrius, one of our friends, probably one of the greatest reporters here in town, Pat Crowley, died in his sleep, 63 years old. No, was he that old? I didn't know he was that old. Yeah, he died in his sleep. 7 to 9 hours of sleep. That's an awful lot of sleep. And do people sleep that long? Oh, Jesus. Okay, but that's good sleep hygiene. Okay, that's okay. Okay, here's another one. Communicate your expectations. For example, be direct. Clearly state what you need from others without getting mad. Just say, hey, I want you to spend more time with me in the relationship. I want us to go to the zoo. Just if it's as simple as that, practice that. Use I statements. Frame your expectations using the I statements. I feel supported when you help do this around the house. Whatever it may be. What is your expectation? I want you to marry me. Okay, why do you want me to marry you? Go do, and then don't. Now, if the person say, you want to marry them, they ask you to do a master's degree program in it. I mean, that's a lot of work. But they may ask you, why you want to get married? Don't get offended. Don't get upset. Use those statements. Let's go on. I'm using that fun. Set boundaries. Clearly outline what is acceptable and what is not in your relationship. Thank you, Coach. Next one is ask for feedback. Encourage open dialogue. Asking others or the person you're involved with. Ask them. Let's go on. Next one, follow up. Check in with people to ensure your expectations are understood. Here's one. Here's the next one. Get rid of the third parties in your life. Just get rid of them. Just here's how you do it. You're not going to say, leave out of my life. You're just going to stop talking to them about your significant other and pull in other information. Open communication. Address any issues directly with your partner rather than discussing them. Set boundaries. You're in a relationship with somebody and somebody's bringing you stuff about that other person you're in a relationship with. You need to check it out for yourself. Just don't go off doing that. Set boundaries. Limit social media influence. Let's go. Focus on trust. Build trust with your partner to minimize the need for outside input. Create private space. Designate time and space for you and your partner. Here's the next one, you all. I think that become emotionally happy. Practice gratitude. This morning, you all, when I was praying, guess what I did? I just thanked the Lord for where I'm at now in my life. Just appreciate how I got here. Appreciate the foster homes that I went through. Appreciate the struggles that I had. Appreciate being at Raymond Walters College. Appreciate being at the University of Cincinnati. Appreciate going to Atlanta, coming back from Atlanta, working for the juvenile court. Appreciate all of that, getting my master's degree. Appreciate going to Harvard Business School. Appreciate working with the people at Renew Community Church. Look where God has brought us from. Practice gratitude. Engage in physical activity. That's very important. Surround yourself with positivity. Meditation and mindfulness. Oh, by the way, stop trying to read other people's mind. Y'all need to stop that. That's witchcraft. Stop trying to read. I don't think he likes me. Stop all that stuff. That's crazy. That's the third party talking. That's negative self-talk. Stop trying to read other people's mind. I don't think she likes me. Why don't you go ask her? Are you all here with me? I don't think he likes me. Go. I think why don't you just do that? Meditation, mindfulness, creative expression. Let's go on. We're almost there. Attracting a high-value partner, whether a woman or man, involves self-improvement, genuine connection, and mutual respect. Attract a high-value woman after you have resolved your childhood trauma, hormonal imbalance, uncommunicated expectations, kicked all third parties out of your life, and become emotionally happy. This is how you get the high-value people. I guarantee you, if you get your life right, spend time on these things, develop confidence, work on self-esteem and confidence. 2, show ambition. Have a clear goals. If you're trying to attract, let's go back. If you're trying to attract a high-valued woman, then guess what you need to do? You got to resolve these things in your life. She has to have them resolved too. So what do? So you're meeting with a high-value woman, and down the road you want to develop confidence. You want to show ambition. You want to cultivate emotional intelligence. You want to maintain good hygiene, everybody. You got to smell good. You got to smell good on both ends there, okay? Be a good listener. Develop a sense of humor. Engage in healthy activities. Show kindness and respect. Treat each other with kindness. Be authentic. Be yourself. And then build a supportive network. Surround yourself with positive, successful people. Look what it says. Attract a high-valued man. After you have resolved your childhood trauma, your hormonal imbalance, your uncommunicated expectations, and kicked all third parties out of your life, which are the 5 enemies, and become emotionally happy, cultivate self-confidence as you develop your relationship. Be independent. Show that you have your own interests and hobbies and social circles. Also, focus on your personal growth. Engage in continuous learning and education. Practice good hygiene. This is very important. I have a dearest friend in my life, probably my best friend. These are just wonderful. They practice good hygiene. They take care of their appearance and they're dressed well, smelling good, and just into that, you all. Practice good hygiene. Communicate effectively. Be open and honest in your communication. Show empathy and kindness. Engage in fun activities. Next one. Be supportive. And then, let's go on. Maintain healthy boundaries. Now, wow, did we? Guess what? We're through, aren't we? That's it. Matter of fact, as we are through, here it is. I think I left it here. Let's do this. Man, this is, here it is. Y'all ready? We can sum up on this. Okay, here are 20 reasons why New Year's resolutions often fail, along with explanations. Okay, I'm just going to say this. New Year's resolutions many times are unrealistic goals. They lack specificity. They have insufficient planning. They have failure to track the progress. They have a lack of commitment, and they neglect the underlying issues. But if you want to win, if you really, 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 how many of y'all really, really want to win in 2025? How many of y'all really, really want to win in 2025? Show me, how many of y'all want to win? You want to win in 2025? Here's what you need to consider. I want you to consider just doing this. In light of the 5 enemies, you're going to drive the 5 enemies out. Now what you're going to do is set clear goals. Just get a little piece of paper. All you need is a little sheet of paper. You could take a piece of paper like this, you all. Nothing heavy. Tear it in half and just write down just a few goals. It could be on a sheet of paper. Nothing formal. Just set clear goals. Prioritize your mental health in 2025. We need to do all we can to protect our mental health, because next year is going to be crazy in America. But let me tell you this. Actually, it's going to be really good, because America has gotten complacent. And America is getting ready to get shaken, tilted, and broken. And in 2025, for the next 4 years, this country is going to be on a roller coaster. And because America has gotten complacent. And now what has happened, what has evolved, is a way to actually transform America. And some of y'all, a little young boy said today, some of y'all are going to have to lose some stuff to know how gracious America has been to you. So America's getting ready to go through a shaking, a tilting, and let me tell you, it's going to be a roller coaster. So what we need to do is we got to protect our mental health. Next thing, we got to cultivate a healthy relationships. So next one is you got to embrace long-term learning. You've got to go back to school. You have to go back and find courses. You need to take courses to update yourself to stay current. You got to practice gratitude. You got to be grateful. I did it this morning. Just grateful. My prayer, my half-an-hour prayer, just so grateful for where I'm at right now, where I'm at in the Lord. Are you all here with me? Emotionally happy. Practice physical health. Give back. Engage in the community. Develop resilience. These are some things for 2025. Work-life balance. Have a balance, you all. All this work, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, that's aging you. You don't need to be doing all that. In my earlier days, I was stupid. Well, yeah, I guess what? I was stupid. Doing all that, just overworking yourself. You don't need to do all that stuff. We got to learn how to work smart. Network effectively. Build and maintain a professional connections. You've got to be able to expand your connections. That's what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with someone in Guam, a customer I'm working with in Guam. Never been to Guam, but somebody over there in Guam. Are you all here with me? Dealing with wind turbines and stuff like that. Meeting new people. Have on Zoom with new folk. So you got to network effectively. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. You got to have a plan A and plan B and a plan C and a plan D. And you got to practice self-discipline. cultivate habits of support. You got to stay informed. You got to keep up with the global trends and developments of what's going on around the world. We're getting ready. We'll come out as pure gold. We're going to win. But I'm telling y'all, 2025, your life is getting ready to get turned upside down. And it's good news. You're going to do well. I want to say it again. The reason why there's been a change in administration in America is because I didn't get this until 2 weeks ago, Sister Asia. I got this. Sister Asia, I got this. Is that, guess what? America's gotten complacent. She's like, she won't move. She's just stagnated. Well, guess what? Your stagnation is coming to an end. You're getting ready to have a whirlwind of transformation and revelation. And this country is going to go through a major change. And you might as well stay current with the cloud and what God is doing in the earth. Is that okay? You got to stay, everybody say stay informed. Keep up with the global trends and developments. Being informed allows you to make better decisions because you're going to have to learn how to adapt to the change. Everybody say adapt to the change. I don't know if that's next week's message or not. Maybe it is. I just got it. Adapt to the change. Everybody say adapt to the change. Say it again. Adapt to the change. There's a change coming. I'm prophesying now. There's a change coming in your spiritual life, in your health life, in your mental life, in your financial life, in your marriage life, in your relationship life, in your sex life, in your business life, in the economy, and in this world. Adapt to the change. Adapt to the change. That's the word of the Lord. That's the word of the Lord. Adapt to the change. It's coming a revolution, but for transformation and to break up this mediocrity and complacency in America. You've gotten too complacent here in America. So in order to go to the next level, but I'm saying to us while we're going through it, we've got to adapt to the change. Everybody say adapt to the change. You got to leverage technology wisely, and we're about ready to go. You got to use technology to enhance productivity and communication. I've upped my technology. You got to avoid digital burnout. You got to explore creativity. You got to travel and explore. You got to set boundaries. Everybody say set boundaries. You got to seek feedback, and you got to pursue passion projects that you're passionate. And then what you got to do, you got to celebrate achievements. I want you to say celebrate achievements. Well, guess what? There are 3 easy ways to give. I don't know. Did it get warm in here? Maybe it's me. 3. Okay. Online PayPal, Sunday Connect Circle. Here it is, you all. Sunday Connect Circle. You want to give? This is the final. You can give today up until the 31st. And Cash App. Cash App is available for each and every one of you all if you would like to give there. So we appreciate each and every one of you all. Adapt to the change. I don't know. That may be it. Adapt to the change because it's coming a great change in America and in your personal life and your physical life and your health life. But it's all going to be great. You're going to win. You're going to win. Okay. Next one is by mail. By mail. 30 seconds, and we're going off the air. We really appreciate each and every one of you all today. Thank you for listening. I pray that this message has been a blessing to you. Online PayPal, if you'd like to give. Cash App, that's one other opportunity. And by mail. Well, we'll see you next week. And may the Lord God bless you real good and that you remain emotionally happy until we meet again. We'll see you. And yes, we'll see you. I am Charlie Winburn, your life coach with Renew Community Church right here in the city of Cincinnati. And I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health even as your soul prospers. Did you know that you are both human and divine and that you deserve to live a better life in Christ right here on earth? Our messages are practical, they are raw, they're fun, and they are focused on real issues as it relates to your spiritual life, health life, your mental life, your financial life, your relationship life, and even your business life and community life. Today, we have another real life application message designed especially for you and your family. Remember, before we get started today, you can learn more about Renew Community Church free life coaching by visiting our website, renewcommunitychurch.org, or you can listen to us every Sunday at 11:45 a.m. each Sunday on YouTube, Renew Community Church live stream, or reach me at 513-884-7832. I want you to join me now for another life-changing message with Charlie Winburn, your life coach, right here in the city of Cincinnati, Ohio.